The Crimes Against the Republic battle, the new era battle that we've got with the release of Temple Guard, is actually phenomenal. CG have done a great job on this, and I'm here to explain to you just a couple of the benefits that we get from it and how easy some of these tiers are. Let's go check it out. Welcome back, Holotable Heroes, to another Galaxy of Heroes video with me, your boy Scribe. I am today in red, the best of all the colors. So, the Crimes Against the Republic, this new era battle that we have here. This one is a bit of sweet and sour, baby, and it's delicious and I love it, all right? So, we have got a total of 7 tiers. That's one more than we had for the previous era battle, which was the Nightfall era, which was a bit of a mixed bag. You know, the top end rewards were very nice, but my lord was it painful. This one has gone the complete other way. So I wanted to do some testing as I was going through this just to see how difficult it was. On my main account, I obviously have some investment in these characters. I have Jocasta Nu at Relic 8, and I had Temple Guard also at Relic 8. Now, I did these tiers all one-tapped on Auto Basic with my Temple Guard at Relic 8. I didn't take in Jocasta Nu, and I 3-starred the event. It doesn't surprise me. Okay, it doesn't surprise me. The early tiers are particularly good, but I could do the same thing all the way up to tier 4, where I just put it on full auto and still 3-starred it. Because obviously, if you're only going in solo, you can only 3-star it or lose, right? Those are your only options, okay? So, first and foremost, I like to say that CG at least rebalanced this event very, very well, because you don't need crazy units, you don't need crazy RNG, and you don't need god mods in order to finish the events. It's just you've got the requirements, you are good to go. Don't even need Depa Balaba up to the tier 4, which is the Relic 5 tier. Simply go in with just Temple Guard and you will be able to get it done. Now, the interesting thing for me was twofold. One is, if you don't know, I actually do still have a free-to-play alt account that's about 1.3 million GP. So you'd think I'm probably not going to have much success on that account. And this is what actually pleasantly surprised me about the Crimes Against the Republic. I was able to 3-star this event on my free-to-play alt account. I have just a 3-star Temple Guard at Gear 8, no Xaereth. I've got 1 Omega on his basic, which allows us to do the additional attacks, and he's got garbage mods, basically. It's just, well, actually, they're not, I mean, for my account, I mean, I've got a crit avoidance arrow on him. He's not great, guys, he's not great. 172 speed, basically a total of 30,000 in stats and 1,300 damage. And like I said, no Xaereth, just 1 Omega, the rest of the abilities at 7-star, and it took me a grand total of 3 attempts, I want to say. And all I really did was I went in and hit Auto Basic for the most part. Auto Basic is useful in this guy because he's able to do multiple attacks on his basic, and it's the only thing that's going to get you to chew through the enemy fast enough in order to get this done. And personally, I'm of the opinion that this is really good. It's a really nice move from CG to be able to do this, to give new players a little bit of hope that they can earn some free shards. The only difference I did was in this second wave now up against Sidious, I alternated between using the second special when it was available and the basic, basically. And I managed to get it on the 3rd attempt. I don't know if I'm going to succeed this time. I guess we'll find out. I just quite liked doing that second special. I felt the first special didn't actually offer anything. That's probably different if you actually have the Omega on this. Now, Sidious is obviously about to die, so I'm just going to basic here. And that's it. That's how easy it is to get this feat done. Obviously, this is only the early stages, but you do this twice, and check it out. I've got a 4-star Temple Guard now. That's really flippin' cool, if you ask me. Get some Omegas, and Omegas for early game in particular and newer players, they're actually really hard to come by. It's not like it's a complete walk in the park to get yourself Omegas in order to make those abilities. So spending that 1 Omega ability mat on your Temple Guard, it actually pays for itself. I was saying Omega, I typed in Omega. Oh, my brain works in mysterious ways sometimes. So I spent 5 Omegas in order to unlock this ability, but I've gained twice that by playing and beating the event. Now, maybe you could do it without spending the ability, but I don't feel like it's a wasted ability at all. So, as far as I'm concerned, I got a free 3 to 4 star Temple Guard there just by doing that event twice, and obviously, I'm going to be able to sim that event the next time it comes around in 2 weeks' time. So, and that'll happen twice, and that's going to be an extra 14 shards. Of course, Depa Balaba should be in that reward pool at that point as well, but that's just free shards again, as far as I'm concerned. It's great. Now, if I was a player that had maybe a little bit of spare crystals sitting around in my account, I could have potentially got a 5-pack. I think the 5-pack costs about 6,000 crystals. You get 5 pulls with an average pull being 7 shards, and that would get you up to 35 shards, essentially. So that would get you all the way through that 4 stars, potentially putting you within range of getting up to 5 stars in total. If you'd also happen to have bought the battle pass, you could be in a position where you might be able to get up to 5 stars and then run the additional tier for more shards again. It's actually a really good change to the game, and I like the direction that CG is going. But there is something else about this era battle that I think should be talked about as well. And that is the following. Let me just quickly go through and sim all these, because I love being able to sim things for free rewards. They are the greatest rewards that I've had during this video. Now, obviously, I don't need a lot of these materials. It's nice to get some more signal data. It's always good to have this sort of stuff. Love to get it. The later tiers is where the real juicy business is, all right? And there's a couple of things that's good with this. The tiers here, 5, 6, and 7, require the new Jedi Master Mace Windu, who's coming on the 24th of this month, just 12 days from today. In order to get Jedi Master Mace Windu, you need to have every single marquee character from this era, talking all the dark side clones, Temple Guard, and Depa Balaba, all at a minimum of Relic 5 in order to unlock Mace, who then unlocks these tiers of these events. Now, you only need 7-star Mace for this, you need a Relic 7 Mace for this, and final tier is 7, and you need a Relic 9 Mace in order to unlock this. Now, the good change here is that CG have actually moved the Relic 9 materials, the Girder keypads, and the droid brains, essentially, into the tier 6 here, so you don't need a Relic 9 Mace in order to get it. So let's take a look at those rewards. Now, this video was data mined back when we had the first era of the battle Crimes Against the Republic, right? So this is not new information over here, but you can see tier 5, 6, and 7. You can see those Girder keypads, you can see the droid brains, you've got the Omicrons, really fantastic. For Relic 7, huge value, right? Obviously, you need to invest a lot in order to unlock it. But this final tier over here is worth 2,000 crystals, requires Relic 9. The thing I like about this is that this doesn't feel like it's mandatory to go and chase after, right? Relic 9. You've got the materials here. You can push it higher if you want, okay? So it's not like previously in the Nightfall era battle, if you wanted the Girder keypads, you had to go to Relic 9 in the first instance, right? You had to have those in order to get you had to spend the materials in order to get the materials, right? This is great for players that maybe are doing soft whaling, but are still having troubles getting up to Relic 9 materials, okay? So the key thing about this is if you are somebody that has invested in this era heavily, and you have unlocked your mace, and you're umming and ahhing about getting that Relic 9, we have to think about how many times this event is actually going to come back in the short term. And we know how many times. Here is the sort of era trajectory that we've been on. You can see over here was Apo, and then we got Disguised Clone Trooper over here, and Scorch over here, Temple Guard, Depa Balaba, and Mace Windu. We are currently here. Well, sorry, we are here, this second green box. This green box is the Crime Against the Republic era battle, okay? So we've had 2 instances where you can't get that higher tier, and you can see Depa is next week, Mace Windu then is dropping on the 24th, and the new raid on the 25th. I'll have loads of videos out on that, don't you worry, guys. But you can see we've got 2 more era battles here. If we can do those final tiers at Relic 9 with just R9 Mace Windu, he's probably one of the most valuable R9s that we can ever get. Like, straight up. Because that means so many crystals. How many times is this era battle going to run? So we can see the 2 here. So if you get him day 1, right, and you get him to R9 day 1, that's 4,000 crystals. But we have more Crimes Against the Republic to come. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I know this is simple math, guys, but 10 instances of 2,000 crystals is 20,000 crystals that you can earn. 20,000 crystals is a lot of crystals. That's more than a vault. A vault is what, 16,500 crystals for basically $100, right? It's worth more than a vault, It's just straight up. And if you can do it with just taking Mace Windu up to Relic 9, then I think it is a no-brainer that anybody who unlocks Mace Windu should be taking him to Relic 9 as soon as possible. Day 1, just to earn yourself 20,000. The crystals will get paid for. The Relic 9 basically gets paid for from the Relic 7 tiers. It is 100% worthwhile doing. Now, the bit of contention that comes in is, can Mace solo that last tier? Can he solo the R9 tier? Because that's where it makes the big difference. If all of a sudden the battle is way too difficult and we need to take multiple R9s up in order to unlock it, I wouldn't necessarily be mad, because I think it's still going to translate into good teams for the upcoming raid on the 25th. But it would sour the value of this era battle just a little bit, right? I just wanted to bring that to people's attention, and who knows how many more times we're going to get this era battle going forward. Because if we were to look back at the previous screen that we were on, we can see that this era battle, which is the Nightfall era battle, has appeared once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8 times, 9 times, 10 times, and then 11, 12, 13. 13 times for the Nightfall era battle. So obviously the first 2 that we had for Crimes Against the Republic were discounted, but there could be an additional 1 instance of the Crimes Against the Republic, and we don't know what it goes beyond this point. I'm assuming that we will probably continue to get additional instances of these era battles occasionally, maybe once a quarter, maybe once or twice a year, which is still going to be free crystals, essentially. It's a big chunk of crystals, it's a big chunk of rewards that we'll be able to get. Now, overall, I'm not saying that the era battles is a great mechanic, but I think CG has struck the balance this time with Crimes Against the Republic between rewarding the free-to-play player by giving them an opportunity, essentially, to earn free shards for their brand new marquees with just a minimal level of investment, but also rewarding those that either lightly whale or heavily whale by giving them heavy rewards in return. And I think this is a way of doing microtransactions correctly. I just love the way the game is going. Now, don't forget, guys, 24th is Mace Windu's event. The week after Depa Billaba has released, Mace Windu is dropping. The next day is also How We English. We are getting the brand new raid, okay? I'm going to put out a video very shortly about which teams you should be farming from a priority perspective for the free-to-play and for the whale, and what we should be looking for going ahead, starting now, because we've got 2 weeks before this raid drops. We've got to get on it like Sonic on a car bonnet, you understand me? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a like and a comment down below if you did, and I'll see you all in the very next one. Peace out, may the Force be with you.